Well, as a non-traditional student, I would like to thank the Divas and Dude for reminding me that I have so much to look forward to. In 1989, I graduated high school with a GPA of 1.8. And yes! You get it! I had a great career in music. I have a great career in music, and I'll always be thankful for that. But I was curious about science. And I used to drive my bandmates crazy by listening to physics lectures in the van. And when I was 47, I was diagnosed and treated for ADHD. And when COVID shut the music business down for about 2 years, my girlfriend suggested that I take a class at the community college and explore my other interests, an idea which honestly terrified me, but I couldn't stop thinking about it. So I met with Eliza Murphy over at the Orange County campus. Yeah. I did really well on the placement test, and she said, "Why don't you just start a degree program?" I said, "I'm a singer. I just want to take a math class." And I signed up, registered for pre-calculus 1. And Amanda White could not be here today. I hope she gets to see this. Amanda White was a life-changing, amazing teacher. I had fun. I made my first A. I signed up for another class. And then Leah Bingham emailed me and told me about this meeting for NC State's C3 program. Now, if I could pick in my wildest dreams an institution to study physics, what if I could? I would pick NC State. So I filled out the form, I went to the meeting, see what it would take, and when I finish my associates in engineering here at Durham Tech, I will transfer to NC State to study physics. Sometimes, maybe most times, I feel like someone made a clerical error and they're going to call me and apologize. I'll go back to playing music. But I learned something here that helps me when I feel that way, and I learned it last semester in Intro to Chemistry. There's a number called a mole. So like a pair or a dozen, it's a number with its own name. Now, mole is basically a 6 followed by 23 zeros. It's a huge number, but atoms are very small, and you need more than a dozen in lab. So if you have a 6 followed by 23 zeros of an atom, the atomic mass of that atom becomes its weight in grams. And that's something we can get our hands on. So if you have, say, hydrogen's atomic mass is 1, oxygen's atomic mass is 16. If you have 2 grams of hydrogen and 16 grams of oxygen, you can make a mole of H2O, right? So I made an A in that class too. How much is that? Really? So a teaspoon holds about 5.5 grams of water. So, count with me. We're going to do 1. That's 1, 2, 3. That's about 16.5, so we get a little bit more here. That's close enough for engineering. Now, if a bartender poured you a shot like this, you'd send it back. But I want you to imagine the Milky Way galaxy. 200 billion stars. And that's average for a galaxy in our universe, about 200 billion stars. As far as we could ever see, as far as the light has had time to reach us from the universe, there are about 1 trillion galaxies in our observable universe. If ours is average, that means there are 200 billion trillion stars in our observable universe. And that is a 2 coincidentally followed by 23 zeros. So if you multiply all the stars in the universe by 3, you will have the number of molecules in this glass of water.
Wow.
If you multiply that times 3, because H2O, you'll have the number of atoms in this glass of water. 9 universes. Now, I came up with that little exercise to help myself imagine the scale of the atomic world. What I could not imagine last year when I timidly signed up for a single math class was that I would be invited to speak to you today and represent the student body. You taught me that I contain universes. I am more than a GPA. I am more than a learning disability. That you are more than a degree or your faculty position. Eliza Murphy, Amanda White, Leah Bingham, Jen Macy I saw here, Harry McGuire, Bradley Collins taught me about the mole. Nancy Weichel invited me to speak today. Indira Everett, J.B. Buxton, the foundation board that finds donors that provide generous support for students like me. I don't know you all. I can't name you all. But what I want to say to all of you, and I knew immediately when they asked me to speak what I wanted to say, was I know some days you feel like you are at best making a small difference. It is not small. The value of what you do is uncountable.
Yes.
We've seen buildings come and buildings go. You are Durham Technical Community College.
Yes.
And you contain universes. I want you to stay hydrated. Have a great semester, and thank you so much for everything. I'll turn it over to you, JB. Thank you.